and turn the aircon on. I don't care if it's bad for the environment. Where do you think we are? Who do you think I am? Imbecile. Turn it on. It's hot as hell in here. Hello. Well, I've gone and commandeered this channel so that I can tell you something that has been really on my mind. See, let me introduce myself first. You may call me Your Infernal Majesty, because we are here in hell. And you know what goes to hell? Bad things. Milton was completely and utterly wrong. It is not better to rule in hell than serve in heaven. Let me tell you why. I have every single bad film, television show, piece of music, painting, and book that has ever been created. I mean, you have no concept of the level of atrocities against art that I have seen. It's hell down here. Nothing for entertainment except absolute rubbish. So, I am here to illuminate you on the 7 deadly sins of writing. These are the things that drive me nuts when I have to read them. So, let's start with number 1. Number 1 is telling, not showing. Don't you trust me? Don't you? You don't? You don't trust me to decipher the writing on my own? Well, I don't want to read your story then. The other part of that is absolutely pointless description. You're telling me really important things. And then when you describe something, it's utterly banal and useless and serves no purpose to the plot. So you've got to start showing. Start showing. Sin number 2. Yes, I had a boo-boo. Characters who service the plot rather than plot that services the characters. So what this means is that we sit there and we watch characters who do nothing but move their way through a perfectly plotted plot. Plot's often very boring anyway. But they have no development. They have no story arc. They just are plonked around like little puppets. Ugh. We don't read books to just read plot. I could read a plot outline for that. We read books to get character. These books have no character. Third one is plots with no causal linkage. You'd think no one had ever heard of logic, but the number of books where this happens and then this happens and then this happens and then this happens, and I'm sitting there and I'm reading this thing and I'm wondering why did that happen? There was no logic behind it. Causal linkages. Otherwise you're just narrating a bunch of events. You're not even narrating. It's just bleh. It's a synopsis. 90,000 word synopsis. Number 4. Lack of continuity. When characters suddenly do something completely out of character. When someone's hair changes from brown to blonde, or their eyes change from blue to brown. That sort of thing jots you out of the book. Continuity is very important. You need to focus on it. You need to edit. Generally, it's because somebody didn't edit properly. Because editing's too good for me. I just need to proofread it. No, you don't. You need to edit it. I have mountains of books down here, which are proof of that. Number 5, backstory dumps. If you cannot incorporate your backstory properly, and if you seriously think I need to hear the past 6 months of your character, then start the book 6 months earlier. Don't just dump it in the first 3 pages. You know what it's like? You ever been on a bus and somebody sits next to you and starts telling you all their deeply traumatic stuff from their past and you just want to scream? Yeah, I sent them. That's what it's like. Getting to know a new book is like getting to know a new person. You have to do it slowly. It's a seduction. Don't tell me your hideous past straight away, darling. Don't. Horrible. Number 6. No research. No research because, oh, it's a story. I can make it up as I go along. No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't just make things up because somebody will live in the town, play that sport, understand the history. They know stuff. Your readers aren't stupid, and they may have picked that book up because they wanted to read about that thing and you made it all up, and now they feel cheated. And finally, number 7. Using it for therapy and over-identifying with your protagonist. If you're writing a book for commercial purposes, i.e. you want other people to read it, please don't put your traumatic issues into it, unprocessed, undigested. Don't write a main character who is just like you, because publishing is a brutal business, baby. And you are not going to survive the process. It is very tough. And if you have made your main character just like you, and people say, yeah, but we don't like her, or we don't like him, he's a bit of a pain in the ass. She whines a lot. You know what? That's going to feel real bad. Don't do it. And when it comes to really nasty stuff, you know, we don't want to read you processing your divorce or the car accident or whatever horrible thing has happened to you. Your audience doesn't need to process that with you. You process it. You write it out, put it in a box, stick it under your bed. Don't put it in a manuscript and send it to a publisher. They don't want to read it. Anyway, to help you with this huge task of writing a book, I have an extra special sale. 75% off all of Black Cockie's creative writing courses. But as this is from me, the devil's in the detail. No mentoring, no feedback, but 75% off the course until the 31st of March. Until we meet again. Bye-bye.